Here's the check-in registration kiosk at the entrance of Lizard Creek Campground in Grand Teton National Park. It's a fairly small campground, combination of walk-in sites and park at your sites. There is room for smaller trailers or small RVs, not much room for big rigs. There are no electrical hookups or water connections, so it's all primitive. The bathhouses do have sinks with cold running water and flush toilets. Here's an example of the walk-in sites, 1, 2, and 3. Cars park here at the edge, and then the paths lead back up into the woods. This is still the main entrance road, and just past the kiosk, the 2 campground hosts are set up. Now the hosts are given full hookup connection. They've got water and sewer and electric. 2 hosts, and most of the season they work 2 days, then they're off 2 days, work 3 days, off 4 days. So it basically works out to working 7 days out of every 14. And I was just talking to one of the hosts, Kurt. He and his wife, they're here from 1st of June till Labor Day, and they take a number of vacations on their off days. But when they're here, he said it's hardly like working. There's a shot of the bathhouse. They also sell firewood and ice here. Most of the bigger sites for motorhomes and trailers are here off to the left loop, and then straight on into the campground down toward Jackson Lake. You've got mostly walk-in sites for tents or park at your campsite for smaller rigs, pop-up campers, teardrops, smaller RVs. Down in this section, it's a no generator area, so very quiet at night. Although we're camping up at site 62 on the loop that's okay for RVs and generators, and we didn't hear a single sound last night. It was very quiet. Really nice tent sites up there along the ridge. They back up to the hill and no backdoor neighbors, plenty of room between sites. Beautiful campground.
Let's go this one.
There's a fire circle here at Lizard Creek Campground, and for part of the season, rangers will do an evening program from time to time. You can see Jackson Lake down there through the lodgepole pines. We're heading down to the lake for a little swimming, skipping rocks, floating logs, whatever the kids want to do.
Riding on logs.
Here's a look at one of the bathrooms. Each one between the men and women's restroom has a service sink for the campers. This is where we dump our tainted wash water, just a utility sink. That way it keeps the smells from our cooking and washing water away from the bears. Inside each of the restrooms, got a mirror, there's a sink, just a small bathroom, 1 stall, 1 urinal, cold water, but it does the job. If we need hot water, we just boil it at the campsite. Water spigots are spaced out throughout the campground. This is where we come to fill our water bottles, our bags, gather water for cooking. It's all potable. Easy to get to from every campsite, just a few steps away.
Go down and go this way.
Here's the bottom loop. It's a one-way loop going around. On each pole there's a plastic Ziploc bag. That's where campers put their registration slip. Most people are gone during the day exploring and hiking. So if you're coming in for a site, you want to look for a post that has an empty bag. That'll let you know that site is available. We're nearing the bottom of the one-way loop toward the far end of the campground. These sites are along Jackson Lake. It's really windy today down here. You might hear some of the wind noise. I apologize for that. It's a beautiful day though. Blue sky with some fluffy clouds. There's a swimming beach down here for the campers. That's our destination. Some of the campsites actually are quite large. Here's a small trailer parked there, room for another vehicle, and then the site goes way back. Campground is full of lodgepole pines and the quaking aspens, some wildflowers along the edge. We just left Jackson Lake where the kids were swimming. Very windy. In fact, there were whitecaps on the water today, so they are enjoying the sunshine as they dry off on the walk back to camp.
My feet hurt.
Site 20 is a walk-in site, a pad to park up here, and then back amongst the pines, room for tent and the picnic table and the ring. These walk-in sites actually have a view of Jackson Lake through the trees. You can see the water behind them. Sites 16, 17, 18, and 19, all walk-in sites. Beautiful spots if you're a tent camper.
Ow, no, this is like really hot. They're right here. Yeah. But they're right here. Oh. Ah. Hey, that looks like, oh, it is.